serving job at a restaurant, I was shocked to see how much food was being wasted on a daily basis, and I just couldn't keep turning a blind eye to it. It was almost eating me up internally, and just figured, man, we have to do something about that. This has to be a solution. And
Oi galera, bem-vindos de volta ao Se Liga. Hoje eu vou contar um pouquinho a história da Ray. É uma empresa daqui local de San Diego. Eu conheci eles numa feirinha de rua que tem toda semana de produtores locais. É uma ideia muito legal, me apaixonei pela marca desde quando eu vi. E hoje, obrigada por estar aqui. Eu vou contar um pouquinho da história dela para vocês. Before we get into so much, can you tell us a little bit about you, your background, where you come from?
yeah, so I originally from Orange County, which is a little bit further up north in San Diego, and then I moved down here for school. I studied nutrition and fell in love with the concept of how food can have such a big impact on not only our bodies but the planet as well. And that kind of sparked my interest in environmentalism and environmental activism, and I got a serving job at a restaurant. I was shocked to see how much food was being wasted on a daily basis, and I just couldn't keep turning a blind eye to it. It was almost eating me up internally, and just figured, man, we have to do something about that. This has to be a solution. And surprisingly, everyone said there wasn't. Everyone kept saying, oh, there's no solution, we can't donate the food for whatever reason, and internally I just couldn't accept that no. I almost took the no as challenge accepted, and really wanted to find a solution. And then fast forward, we started the company So Much, which has helped now reduce food waste in the restaurants. So we use So Much as a vehicle for environmental change, and our whole mission is to reduce food waste. And so what we do is we partner with restaurants and collect all of their excess brown rice that they have at the end of the night, so the chefs will overproduce it. Instead of them throwing it away, we rescue it, turn it into a flour, which is what we have here. And then this flour we bake into vegan, gluten-free, delicious cookies.
Like, why cookies and not something else?
Yeah, I love this question. And my response is, how do you make food waste sexy?
Wow, yes.
Cookies.
Yes.
Everybody loves cookies, and that was kind of how it started.
Like, recycle cookies. And do you think that people ever has like a prejudgment of like recycle? Like, are you getting like garbage and turning into food? How do you?
I think it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because we have that banner to lure people in. It's a good way of us intriguing.
That's how
people.
you got me.
I know that. That's how we got you. And then some people won't even come. And at that point, it's you have to put yourself out there, and you can see what attracts. So yeah, I mean, we really like to say upcycle, and upcycle is in my opinion, a more positive term, because when you upcycle something, you actually turn it into a better form of what it originally was. But a lot of people don't know what upcycle is. So we actually did a lot of tests at the farmers market. We used to have vegan cookies, and we would see how many people we would come in, and we would have upcycled cookies, we would have protein cookies, gluten-free cookies, and every single week we would track our sales, and we wanted to see what verbiage was going to attract more people. And believe it or not, it was cookies made with recycled food.
Wow,
we got more people coming
amazing.
in, so we stuck with it.
That's great. And what would you say were the struggles in the beginning, and what are the struggles right now?
Yeah, I think so. Briefly, we were talking a little bit before, was the striving for perfection and never knowing when it's ready to launch whatever it is. So if you're passionate about something, you're working on your passion project, whether it's launching a YouTube channel, or whether it's launching your blog or your clothing line or a cookie company, it's always this, right before you actually present it to the world, there's this glass ceiling that we kind of put on ourselves, and we're scared to not present it to the world, and we'll come up with every excuse in the book not to do it. Oh, it's not ready, or oh, people won't like it, or oh, if I had just a better camera, maybe it would be better. But with us, it was really hard. I would say the biggest struggle was for me. I was striving for that perfect tasting cookie, and if I was gonna put myself out there in the world, it's gotta be the best thing anyone's ever tasted. And my mom had told me that, listen, done is better than perfect, because it can only get better when it's done. And so that really stuck with me. And it honestly has, if the cookie we first sold at our very first farmers market looks nothing like the cookie that we have now. And that's because the best advice I could give is put your product out there, put your passion out there, and then get feedback and listen to the feedback and adjust accordingly.
So that's so valuable. Yes, that's so true. So I was checking your website, and it says there that every year, I think in the United States, there's 16 tons of food wasted.
Yeah.
That's a huge number. That scared me. Besides, the upcycled ingredients, do you do any other action to raise awareness about this issue?
For sure. So our, cookies is on the surface, but our whole mission is to build this educational campaign around food waste. And I'm not just saying that, it is within the core values of what we are, and making food waste and environmentalism on the forefront of people's agendas by every product that they purchase. So yes, right now we are selling cookies, but our mission is so much greater than just cookies, and we really want to bring awareness in other aspects. We got our own little kitchen space, and we wanted to have documentary nights, documentary screenings. I absolutely love documentaries. So that was something a goal of ours. We even started selling shirts, but we really wanted to be cautious of the fast fashion and slow fashion industry. And so instead of us just buying shirts with our logo on it, what we actually do is we thrift shop a bunch of shirts from Goodwill. We use eco-friendly paint, and we screen print with soy ink based paint, and so you're getting an upcycled shirt as well, an upcycled cookie. So that was one way that we've been able to spread awareness. Another way that we've really been trying to spread awareness is the packaging. That has been, you asked me about struggles, and that has been one of the biggest struggles with us, because what I learned is we're not just a cookie company now, we are also a packaging company. And our biggest issue is that we don't want to solve one problem, right, the food waste problem, by creating another, by creating more plastic and more waste and whatnot. So man, that has been our biggest struggle. And so we're not settling, and the eco-friendly packaging is so much more expensive than the other. It is 70 cents per wrapper versus a penny per wrapper. It's that crazy. So for us, but it's part of our brand, it's part of our mission, and I said, if every decision we make has to be in line with making sure we're solving the problem. And so having that mission statement really helps. But yeah, another thing is that we've been able to, this is my most proud accomplishment, is that in just our 18 months of actual selling, we've saved 10,000 pounds of food. And so that proves that if we can do that just selling cookies, imagine what we can do in 5 years from now.
That's a big number. So how is your operation today? You have a kitchen, you have a team, and how do you approach restaurants? Do you buy their ingredients? Do they donate? How does that work?
Yeah, so it started because Chrissy and she's my co-founder, we were working at a restaurant. And so we just were taking the rice home every single night, and it's funny, so this is how it all started. We would just take it home with us, and then one night specifically, I remember my chef, he was about to throw away an entire pot of rice, not even one serving taken out of it. It's 50 pounds of brown rice and quinoa, about to throw it away. And I was like, wait, chef, don't throw it away, I'll take it. And he looked at me like I was crazy, and he goes, Ray, what are you gonna do with 50 pounds of rice? And I was like, I don't know, I'll do something with it, I'll figure it out. And so Chrissy and I decided to take it downtown here in San Diego and just literally hand it to people who looked hungry or homeless. And we realized oh, that's great. It felt nice, but it's not efficient. We can continue doing that. It was taking too much time and money. And then we kind of just turned it into the cookie company and realized it would be a lot better to dry it up into this flour, into this rice, and then
so
into
you
this
take
flour.
the rice and you turn it into flour.
Yeah. And then this flour is the base of all the cookies.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's really high in protein too, so it kind of all worked out. Just shows when you're doing the right thing, all the steps kind of align. So when we save 1 million pounds of food, we will be a very successful company, because in order to save 1 million pounds, we can't save 1 million pounds ourselves. So that's the big goal, but there's a lot of micro goals to get there. So we must have had to create a rescue hub in Los Angeles, maybe a rescue hub in San Francisco, and have a lot of other people kind of joining it, and I've inspired other people to want to be a part of the movement. So we have like a big sign in our kitchen. It says 1 mil, and it's like 1 million. And so for us, like that's the goal that we work towards. So that's what we're
awesome. And I was checking your Instagram. That, by the way, it's beautiful. I love the photo. And I saw that you guys are gonna start shipping it.
Yes.
That's exciting.
Yes. So anyone who wants cookies, please order now. We are shipping.
That's so nice.
So we base all our flavors on different ingredients that are being essentially wasted. So we started out with chocolate chip, just using this rice, brown rice and quinoa. But then we're like, okay, what else is being wasted? And then we realized at juice bars, when you go to a juice bar, you get fresh juice.
Yeah.
But all the pulp is a huge byproduct of the pulp.
That's right.
So we upcycle the pulp back into cookies. So we have carrot one with carrot, ginger, turmeric. We have a red velvet that we make with beet pulp.
Let's see.
Chocolate espresso with coffee grounds. So that's the red velvet.
That's the red velvet.
Which, by the way, this is not plastic. This is compostable wrapping. It's cellulose based.
Compostable. Love that. The chocolate chip. That's the carrot. I think that's the one I tried at a farmer's market.
Yeah.
I loved it. Has ginger, right?
Yeah.
Love it. And chocolate chip. So cute. So cute. Thank you. Thank you. And so before I ask you the final question, where can people find you? Find so much?
Definitely on our Instagram. I pour my heart into that account. It's sold.much. And then also if you're in San Diego, the farmers markets. But if not, online.
So if you could give like a tip, like something that you think it's important for us to get up and do something or be aware of something, what would you say?
I would say se ligue of your impact. Be really aware of knowing, and it doesn't have to be always, you know, a tangible impact, whether you are eating a product or buying something. It can also mean just the words that you say to someone can really have a lasting impact. I really believe every action has multiple reactions and the ripple effect, and you never know what's going to stick with someone. You can give a person a compliment, or you can give them words of encouragement to follow their passion, and that will really resonate and stick with them. So if I could give anyone a tip, I would say just, you know, maybe being aware and conscious of what it is that resonates with you when people say something, and then being able to reciprocate that back to the world.
Thank you so much for coming and taking the time to do this with me and helping me follow my passion.
Thank you so much.
And now I'm gonna try the cookie and you guys are gonna get jealous.